everyone, today we have the 2023 Aprilia RSV41100 Factory. I wanted to speak about some of the upgrades from the previous gen. I'm going to be comparing it to my 2020 Aprilia RSV41100 Factory. As soon as you get on the 1100 Factory, you immediately feel like you're riding a MotoGP bike. There are so many physical and electronic features on this bike that really give that authentic riding experience and really make you relate to its racing heritage. Let's talk about the engine on both bikes. They both have the same V4 1100 engine. However, the 2023 model has a little bit more brake horsepower and a little bit more torque. So this has 217 brake horsepower, just a little bit more than the 214.5 brake horsepower on the 2020 model. And then we have 125 Newton meter of torque as opposed to 122 Newton meter of torque. So a little bit more brake horsepower and a little bit more torque really does make a difference, and you instantly feel the slight increase. One of the first things that you notice on the 2023 are the slimmer LED headlights. One of the cool features about these headlights is that they're equipped with bending lights, which is a function where the auxiliary lights illuminate the inside of a turn whilst cornering. The shape of the new wings is almost part of the panel, and these fins that kind of connect the panel to the wings really gives it that extreme racy and mean look. Part of the panel as opposed to bolt-on wings like the previous gen, but they have really sharp angular lines and they extend all the way to the front of the bike, giving it that extreme shape that you see the MotoGP Aprilia race bike has. I love the extreme look of the wings. The previous gen has one of the shortest wheelbases out of most litre supersport. So when I found out that on this gen they've shortened the wheelbase even further, I was gobsmacked. The new RSV4 features a new lighter and shorter swing arm measuring at 1436mm in comparison to the older gen, which has 1439mm. One of the first things that I noticed as soon as I got on the bike and started riding it is how well it tips into corners. At 1436mm, you really feel the difference between cornering on this bike and cornering on my own bike. This bike handles almost like a MotoGP bike because of its extremely short wheelbase. The swing arm on the new RSV4 is inspired by the RSGP MotoGP race bike. It's also equipped with a reinforced brace that gives more stability to the rear when accelerating. One of the things that really caught my eye on the tail of the new RSV4, a slightly different shape, it's sharper, it's more angular, and it's got a slightly more flatter top here in comparison to the previous one. And I love the rocket shape, almost like a tail of a rocket or a plane. The new RSV4 is equipped with a larger 5-inch TFT dash. When it comes to handling and cornering, I must say I instantly felt the difference between the handling and cornering of the new RSV4 due to its shorter wheelbase, to its lighter swing arm. One of the first things that I noticed riding the new RSV4 is how much more visible I am compared to on my own bike due to its meaner looking front and much brighter headlights in comparison to my RSV4. One thing to bear in mind with all the extra technology that you've got on the new RSV4, you have a little bit more weight. This weighs around 202 kgs as opposed to mine, which weighs 199 kgs. I would definitely opt for the new RSV4 just because it has a meaner looking front with a huge extreme race wings, and then you've got the visibility, the increased visibility of the headlights, and you've got the meaner looking tail and the lighter swing arm and the shorter wheelbase, which gives an overall better riding and handling experience. a slightly shorter wheelbase. I'm such it's not the